This is the first round, right, sir?
Yeah, this is first.
First of all, I would like to thank your organization for giving me this opportunity. I am Sid. I completed my MTech in industrial structures from JSS University, Mysuru. Then I worked as a structural analyst for 1 year, 3 months, and my day-to-day activity was to analyze the structural data in MS Excel. So after working there for 1 year, 3 months, I found more interest in the data analytics field. So I joined Able course in order to pursue my data analytics skills such as Python, SQL, Power BI, Tableau, Excel, and all. And I even got the certification from the Able Jobs.
Okay.
So that's it
So
about me.
can you explain the project you have done recently? Any project related to data analytics?
Yes, sir. Actually, I have done in Power BI, sir. Like
Okay.
the project is related to the sales.
Okay.
Actually, I collected that data from the Kaggle website, and then I
Mm.
collected that data to the Power BI. So I performed the ETL process, that is extract, load, transform in Power Query, and then I connected the different tables using data modeling such as Snowflake schema, star schema in the Power Pivot,
Okay.
and then I visualized and created the interactive dashboards in
Okay.
the Power View.
Okay. As you mentioned, you have done your ETL process, right? So in ETL, what are the steps you have done? I mean, can you just explain me to the data? What are the data has earlier, and what you have
Okay,
done to transform it, and how you loaded it, and what are the things you have loaded into the database? So just a
yes,
little
sir.
bit further explanation in this ETL process I need.
Okay, okay, sir. So basically, it was a Excel file. I connected that Excel file to my Power Pivot, and then I transformed the data. Like I have removed some of the there were some of the NN values. So for numerical field, I approached the mean concept and replaced that with uh, actual value. And then for categorical variable, I approached the mode concept, and then I have splitted some of the fields like uh, like I have splitted some of the fields, and I have sorted the values in ascending or descending, and then the date time was in the string format that I have converted to actual date time. So these are
Okay.
the transformation that I have done.
Okay, transformations you have done is this. So you earlier you mentioned you have done that what is that mean value? You have replaced the null values with
Yes.
if it is a numerical value, you have done with mean, right?
Mean.
So,
If
so
there is
for
outliers
example,
present,
so
okay.
okay, for a column wise you're telling or row wise you're telling?
For row wise, sir,
Row
values.
wise, row wise is the one. So for suppose there is a column in example I'm telling you, you have a column in your data, an Excel file where more than example is like mm, okay, you not take a practical example. I'm not telling you. So more than 70% has a null values. Okay,
Uh,
so at the time, so will you still use mean value over there, or you what can be able to do apart from that?
if there is 70% means I have to go for like it is an imbalanced data set now, sir.
Yes.
So I'm going to replicate the values.
So as you mentioned here
So
before, this is
so
imbalanced data. So as you already
yeah.
mentioned, it's an imbalance. So what is the difference between balanced data and imbalanced data?
Like if the data set has two category, like if it is 50 to 50 or 60 to 40%, then it is called as the balanced data set. So
No.
suppose if you're having some 90 to 10%, like only one value is having 90% and another value is having 10%, then that is called as the imbalanced data set.
Okay, but now what I mentioned here is so it is an existing. There's a separate column. I added another column with 70% as null values and remaining thing as some other values. So you still call
Uh,
it as an imbalanced data, the entire data. It's not a single column. The entire Excel you call it
okay,
as an imbalanced data.
then the mean median mode concept will not work, sir. We have
Uh,
to create some logistic regression model in order to predict the points.
okay, so you don't have
There are
that. Before applying that, what you do that? So how you handle that null values in that column?
And then
In the
I'm
existing,
to
so right now,
completely
you example, you already have 10 columns. Okay, you already
okay.
done with all these null value replication. I'm adding one more column over there with some numerical values. So in that numerical values, out of 100 rows, I have given only 30 rows as some value, remaining is was null values. So how you deal with that now? How you clean the data now without using logarithm? Logistic regressions is
Uh,
like a next step. Before applying, how you clean the data? You still apply logistic regression on top of it, or you wanna do it?
like we can't able to remove the entire rows because 95% of the data should be present and it should not get eliminated.
Okay.
One more, there is some technique.
Okay, leave it. Go
Uh,
ahead. No, we'll go more on, more on it. So this is the project you have done. Okay, what is the
okay,
project is about? Can you just explain?
it is a adventure work cycle, sir, that I
Okay.
collected from Kaggle.
Okay.
It is the sales related to the cycle products.
Okay. So what is the metrics over here to calculate? What is the metric you have calculated?
Like I have calculated the top customers who are purchasing the products and what is the top sales. Like I have used time intelligence functions, like in order to compare the previous sales, like for which month the sales is great. Like that, I have compared that.
So this is the ADA process. So I understand. So your metric is sales.
Yeah,
Sale is
sales
the
related.
GMV. Obviously, this is the GMV.
Okay.
Okay. So you mentioned that you got the data from Kaggle and everything, right? For suppose
Uh,
you don't have a data with you or an Excel. Okay. They didn't. I didn't provide you an Excel file to you. Okay. So I'm giving you a project. So there the database data is there in database. Okay.
yes,
There is an
it's
existing database. So do you know how many types of databases are there? I mean, generally.
relational database, non-relational database,
Okay.
object-oriented database, network database,
Okay. So which database is easy to handle for you? Generally, I'm asking.
relational database.
So why it is easy for you to do it?
Like the data will be in the table format, which contains rows and columns.
Okay.
So we can easily retrieve the data.
Okay. So so for suppose there are some 5 to 6 tables in the database in which I'm going to give to you. So in that, if you wanna join couple of tables or if you wanna merge the table, so how you do it?
Like I will use joins concepts.
Okay.
Like based on the primary key and foreign key, I'm going to connect the two tables and retrieve
Okay.
the
So
result.
what is the major difference between primary key and a foreign key there?
So primary key contains the unique values and it is not null,
Okay.
whereas foreign key contains the duplicate values and it may be null.
Okay.
So in order to build the relationship, the foreign key is required.
Okay. Fine. So here you
And the
mentioned you will
table,
use joins concept, right? So how many joins are there?
uh, like inner join, outer
Okay.
join, in the outer join, full outer join, a left join, right join, and self join, Cartesian join.
Can you just share your screen and open any notebook or any something and just
Okay,
note, just write it over there. Okay. So inner join, outer join, left join,
left
cross
outer join or
join.
right outer.
Okay. What is the difference between outer join and a cross join?
Like outer join means you are going to mention the condition like on or using in order to build the keys. Whereas in the cross join you are not going to mention that on condition, and
Okay.
it will get the data in the Cartesian product. Like suppose if there are three rows in table A and five rows in table B, it will just act like a Cartesian product. Like 3 into 5, 15 rows will be
Okay.
uh, we
Can
can
you
retrieve.
just tell me what is the major difference between inner join and left join here?
Like inner join means suppose in table A and table B, if both the records are matching, results will be retrieved in inner join. Whereas in
Okay.
the left join, everything from the left table and the values which are matching from the right table will be retrieved.
There's a table A with rows as 1 1 1. Just below that, just write table A as values as 1 1 and 1, 3 ones, and
Uh,
table B beside it has 1 and 1 1. So I wanna just show me the output of inner join and left join.
Like 6 records will be retrieved from inner join, sir.
Just give me the output. I want to see that output.
Okay, 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 okay. Inner join, sir.
Okay. What is the left join then? How the left join
Left join,
looks like?
left join also same, sir.
Same. Okay.
Yes.
Fine. Okay. So in SQL, what is the aggregation functions and window functions?
Like aggregation function means we can aggregate the functions by using sum, average, minimum, maximum, count, like that. So
Okay.
Windows function means like if you want to give the ranks, like rank, dense rank, if you want to give the roll numbers, and if you want to see the lag and lead function like previous value,
Okay.
and
Okay.
that will we are
Then
going to use that.
what is the difference between rank and dense rank then?
Like rank is going to skip the values, whereas dense rank is not going to skip the next value. Like it will give the
Oh, then
value.
okay. Then lead and lag.
Like if you want the next row value means it is going to give the lead function.
Okay.
Lag means previous value.
Okay. So go back to the sheet and just explain me what is the order of execution of SQL query. Just
Delete this.
keep it like that. Just below that, just write it down. No problem.
Okay.
Just keep it like that. Execution, not the writing query. I want to know the execution. So this is what how you write an SQL query. But if you write a query, then what is the commands it will run first by first?
This is the order of execution, sir.
It's not the order of execution. It's the order of writing your query. Okay. What?
Okay.
So if you write this query, then what is the first statement it will run? It will start with join. It will start with where, group by.
Uh,
Which one will execute the first?
will
First.
join, sir.
Okay. So write that below.
Like I should write the numbers. Like
Not numbers. If you have to write, if you want to put numbers against it, also fine. So which one it will execute? Join is the one you are telling that it will execute first.
first it will join. First it is going to combine the tables.
Okay.
Then it is going to filter based on rows.
Okay.
And suppose if you use some aggregate function in select command, then it is going to group by like condition.
Okay.
And then if you want to filter your data after the aggregation function is used, then you have to use having.
Okay.
And then you can use order by like ascending or descending if you want to see the final results. And if you want to limit the rows, you can use the
No,
limit command.
put the numbers against it, na? I just want to know the sequence where you what are the things you have. Two, okay, and group by is three and four, five, six, and after that, where is from and select will work? At what
Oh,
position select and will come?
it will work as a first only, sir.
First, no, na. So will directly select the data directly, or it will do it after where condition?
Okay, okay, okay.
So the way you have written is correct. The way how your SQL query has to be written, it is fine. But how you the query executes internally from the database, that is what we want.
Okay, first is from, sir. And after that, last select will come.
But I mean, actually, it is not correct. But go back and review. Okay. So
Okay,
I mean, the way you have written is correct, but the execution is a little bit different. So most of it is correct, but it is slightly different. Just go back and review that. And
okay.
coming to these functions, how many you just go back and, as you already mentioned, you already know aggregate functions, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Can you write one for row number? Do you know row number, right? Row number is comes under
Uh,
which function?
Windows function, sir.
Window function. Can you write a some example related to row number? Keep it like that. Just below that. I mean, just keep it like that. Why you wanna clean it? Just below that. Always keep your record so that at the end of the interview you will know what are the questions they have asked to you.
Okay, okay.
Just keep it like that.
Like I'm going to explain with salary
If,
column.
table is I don't know yeah salary. So I wanna so salary 100 has one, salary 2 has two, 1, 2, 3. So I wanna know the query. I mean how you write the query.
Okay, I have to write the query now. Okay.
Are you writing the query? I'm not able. Okay,
Nice, sir.
roll number. It's not roll number. It's row number. ROW.
Oh, sorry, sorry, sorry.
So what if you have so right now you have a salary, right? 100, 200, 300.
Uh,
So you have another column with as a department as well. So first two are come from HR and second two are from sales, example. So at that time, how you write it? I want to know what is the rank in individual department.
Rank. I have to write the rank.
Rank, rank. So example, salary number X. Just write another table. Otherwise, you just open Excel. If you have an Excel, it is easy there. You have a table with employee as column as employee ID. Okay,
Yes, sir.
employee ID, and you have employee name, department ID, department name,
Uh,
and the salary you have. Okay, just populate some random values and the salary may use rand function. In employees may start from 1 2 3 4 and name is equal to xyz, department is equal to abc, and you can do that d1 d1 d2 or something like that. So you in column now, column e2. So this I'm not able to see. Column e2
yes, sir.
is equal to, you can populate the random value between 1000 to 10,000. Are you able to okay, do you know the command random value, how to populate random value? The same command
No.
you use in your python and there as well.
In Python, I have used the random numbers.
Yeah, so the
NumPy.
same command you can use here.
I haven't tried in Excel, sir.
Okay,
I
just
know in
give is equal to
Python.
rand between in
Okay.
column e2, just go to e2, you know e2, right? Where is e2?
Yes.
Is
Uh,
equal to rand
Rand.
between, rand between,
Yes, sir. Rand.
and you can parenthesis may you state 1000 to 10,000 comma 10,000. Just drag this bit in the down, drag that. Okay, so now you got
Uh,
random value. So you need to be aware of excel skills as well. Excel is also a basic tool we use daily on daily basis. Okay,
okay,
so
okay.
here write me here, I mean the what is the question that I have given to you? Select what is the
Like I have to
rank the in each
rank.
department. Department first two are in sales and second two are in
Okay. Okay. Department. Yeah, there is one
department
another
name.
table.
No,
Uh,
it's the same table. I don't want to complex you with these things. So
uh,
the same
I
table
just
you
want
have
to write
a
the.
in column D2, D3
Yes,
example.
sir.
That is where you have started X na. X falls under sales department. Y falls under HR department. Write it there. In D2, in column D2, in column D and
Uh,
row number
yes.
2. This is a department ID. I'm telling about
Uh,
department name.
Department name is
I'm
HR,
randomly
right?
giving sales. First it is on sales, HR. Give it randomly. It's not. So how you write a rank these column eco rank based on the department? How you write the column? How you do that column? How to generate rank over there based on department?
Like I have to use the self join, and then I have to
Why
use the
do you
rank
need
function.
self join there? You can directly use the basic commands. Are you able to understand the question properly or not?
Yes.
So what your end output should be?
I should generate the rank now, sir. Here
Yes, rank
as another column,
based on
like based on the salary.
salary on based on what department, each department. So in department sales may there are two people are there, so highest
Uh,
people has rank as one, second people has two, and the same way HR may is then it has to start from one and two, and the same way in admin it has to start again from one and two. So that is the end output of me. Populate couple of
okay.
more. So see 1 2 3 9, populate
One
another four data, another three more employees name there, 4 5 6 7 XYZ, right? Instead of UV
UVW. Okay.
W or something. Okay, and the same sales HR admin are there. Same copy paste the top three again. Same copy paste here, and just drag that value here
Mm,
till admin. Okay. So in column F, I want the data as see sales 2531. Salesman 2531 is okay 40, right? So in salesman there are two values. So against sales 4061 against name X I want one. No, I want
yeah.
two. Column F. In column
Yes.
F,
Yes. Yes.
okay,
Yes.
I want rank of that 4061 in sales, that is 2,
Okay. Okay. Okay.
because in
Yes, sir.
below there is a 6600 data, that is 1.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay, so I want rank of the salary based on
Salary.
department. Just input na 2 and 1,
Yes, sir. Okay. Okay.
just column 2, and in row number 6 you have to 1. So I want the output looks like that. So how you write a query for, and you
Okay. I
don't have to
should.
do any joins here. You can directly give
I
it through single that
like
is also I'm
I
telling, you don't have to do joins, multiple joins here.
like I have to group by and then I have to do it. So,
No, I mean how you do it, I just want to know the, at least give me a
Okay.
pseudocode. Syntax I'm not concerned. At least give me a pseudocode.
Like I have to select and then I have to write the dense rank function.
Right,
Like
right now pseudocode, write it there, so that we can review. So when you speak, we can't follow. If you write, we can see. You are grouping by department, and after that,
order by.
order by. So this is what I'm expecting. Okay, so follow the interview question properly. Okay, ideally the syntax is little bit different, but the process is correct. The
Okay.
approach is correct, but the syntax is wrong. Okay, so go back and review the syntax. Okay, because these are the basic things we do on day-to-day basis. This rank, dense rank, partitions, rows, everything. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so now moving to SQL is like fine. Anyway, you have basic understanding on these things, and move to Tableau then. Okay, so you already mentioned Power BI, you already done, right? Power BI.
Power
So
BI.
in Power BI, what kind of connections are there? Can you connect with different databases? Can you done with Excel or something like that?
Like we have different connections we can able to do, sir, like flat files, like Excel files, CSV files, and we
Okay.
can connect to a SQL server.
Okay, so is it possible to connect SQL Server tables with flat files?
Yes, sir, that is data blending.
Data blending, right? So we can do it.
Yes.
So there, how many types of filters are there? You generally use the filters, right? How many types of filters in Power BI are there?
Like basic filtering, advanced filtering, top end filtering, like that. And we can
Okay.
filter it to a single visual. We can filter to a for a single for a single full page, for a multiple pages, or we
Okay.
can even filter through drill through option.
Drill through option. Fine. So if you okay, so there we have a dimensions and measures will be there, right? The same way that it will be there in other BI tools. Okay. So what is the major difference between dimension and a measure here?
So dimension which are mainly used to store the categorical data, whereas
Okay.
measures are used to store the numerical data. The
Okay.
dimension can be filtered, whereas the measures can be aggregated. In
Okay.
the tabular, dimension can be seen through like a blue color is there, like it will is mentioned by blue color, whereas
So
measure
which one are
means
you comfortable, Tableau or Power BI?
like I have worked on both, sir.
So then we'll concentrate on Tableau questions then more than Power BI. In Tableau, what is the difference between a calculation field and a parameter?
Like for calculations, I have mainly used DAX functions, sir, like in Power BI. Only
Okay.
for just visualization, I have used the Tableau. Mainly, I
Okay.
have focused in for the
In visualization itself, we can use calculation field and a measure value in
table
Tableau. Okay.
measure
So
Tableau.
what is the difference between those two, calculation and a measure?
Okay, like calculation means Tableau itself going to give the values like
Okay.
percentage, roll number, like rank, running total.
Okay.
Whereas the measure means you are going to write using some formulas.
Okay. So as you mentioned, you have earlier done this EDA and everything, right? So you might have known a
Uh,
little bit of statistics, like mean, median mode. You're telling. So what is the what is the difference between mean, median mode?
Like mean means it is a average value.
Okay.
Suppose if your median means it is a middle value. Suppose if
Okay.
your data set is having some outliers, then you should not go for mean. You have to go for median value. Like mode means it is a most frequently occurring value.
And fine. And current value. So do you know skewness? Can you explain any? Do you have any skewness in your data? Then if it is any
For,
skew, how that mean, median modes will change?
like positive skewness and negative skewness is there, sir.
Okay. Okay.
Like the tailness is towards the right side is called as the positive skewness. If the tailness is towards the left side is called as the negative skewness. In the real time example we can give is
No, if you have these
like
things, will
uh,
the mean median
yes,
positions will
yes,
change?
it will
So how
definitely
it will
change.
change? Do you have any? I mean, you can write it here, no
Yeah,
problem.
uh,
You can explain me with the in text here and or will show me in the Excel itself. You don't have to practically explain definition. Okay.
like can I write and show, sir, in the sheet?
No, you can write it here now. You can just show me in
Like
this one. Na?
I can show the graph as well.
Okay, fine, fine. Leave it. Then moving forward. So, as what is the difference between correlation and covariance?
Covariance means suppose if you want to quantify the relationship between the two variables, then we are going to use the covariance. But correlation means it is going to give the exact value, like how it is correlated, whether it is positively correlated or negatively correlated. The covariance will not give such idea. If it is positively correlated means the values will be greater than, if it is negatively correlated means the values will be less than zero.
Okay. Okay.
Suppose if
Uh,
two, if
Okay, fine, fine, fine. And we'll move to, so have you done sampling? Any sampling?
I read in statistics like different types of sampling,
Okay, so
like
whenever
why
you're
we have
doing
to
on
do
data, you're doing it on the top of it, right?
this
So
one.
entire data.
Yes.
So you're not doing any sampling over there. So
I
okay,
have not done
fine.
some, but I know the concept
Okay,
where to
fine.
use, how to use, and
Okay, fine, fine. So that that's it from my side. We are good to close the call.